Hi everyone, welcome back to Alice and the Giant Bookshelf. My name's Alice and today I'm going to be trying something completely new. I'm going to be participating in a 24-hour readathon and I'm going to be vlogging about it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Alice and today is going to be a vlog. It's my first ever vlog, so hopefully it's going to work out. Today I'm going to be participating in Basically Britt's Basically Readathon. The aim of this readathon is to read for 24 hours and to read a book that you've had on your TBR for a very long time. As we're getting to the end of May, I decided that I would use the Basically Readathon as an excuse to finish off what was on my TBR for May, which was all of my books for the 1900 to 1950 readathon. I will link Britt's readathon announcement in the description down below, and I'll also link the 1900 to 1950 readathon, which is being hosted by Katie at Books and Things, in case you want to check that out too. So today I'm very excited to get started. It's going to be 24 hours of reading. I'm going to see if I can read for the whole 24 hours, and the books I've got left to read for this month are these. I have The Wind in the Willows, which I'm going to start with today. This book was published in 1908 and it's written by Kenneth Grahame. It's about 250 pages, so I think that I should be able to get through this in the 24 hours. In the past week I have also started Clouds of Witness by Dorothy L. Sayers. As you can see, I am over halfway through, and if I read some of this book today, I will be starting on page 170. The other book that I have left on my TBR for May is Bulldog Drummond by Sapper. I don't know if I'm going to get to this one today. If I do have time, that would be great. The other thing that I plan to do during the readathon is to listen to my audiobook. I'm still listening to the Jeeves collection and I'm still on the first book, The Inimitable Jeeves by P.G. Wodehouse, and those are being read by Stephen Fry. I'm really enjoying it so far and I'm currently on chapter 9, so I hope to make some more progress with that. So I have lots to read, I'm ready for the readathon and I'm getting very excited to start. 12 o'clock is nearly here, and when it gets here I'm going to let you know and I'm going to start reading. Wish me luck and I'll check in with you in a little while. Okay, it's 12:15 on Saturday. I'm now running a bit late, so I need to get started on the reading for 24 hours. Okay, it's 1 o'clock, first hour's down. I haven't got very far into the book yet. I'm on page 32 of The Wind in the Willows. I am enjoying it so far. It's just a bit different than I remembered it. I think the last time I heard this book it was read to me as a child. I'm finding it not as easy to get into as I thought, but I think I've been a bit distracted this first hour. So time to keep going. I might stop to make some lunch. If I do stop to make some lunch, I'm going to listen to my audiobook instead of this. On we go. update. It is now about 3:15 in the afternoon. Been reading for a couple of hours. I did have a brief stop for lunch. Still been a bit distracted while reading this, but I am really enjoying it now. I'm up to page 88 and it's a beautiful sunny day outside, so I might go outside and do some outdoor reading for a change. Hi, I thought I'd update you in the garden. We're about 3 hours into the readathon and I've read, I think, about 100 pages, and it's just such a beautiful day out here in the garden. I thought I'd come and sit out here and read. Yeah, it's a really lovely day. The garden's a bit of a work in progress. Having some building works done over there. But it is a beautiful, beautiful day. Sitting outside. What could be nicer than sitting outside and reading? So, I'm gonna go and read my book some more. We're still on Wind in the Willows. I'm up to page 104 and gonna get on and do some more reading out in the sun. What a beautiful day. As you can see, Harry's joined me for a spot of reading. He's my reading buddy. He likes to sit with me when I'm reading quite a lot. Seems to be giving this one a glowing review. Do you like it, Harry? Do you like the Wind in the Willows? We'll take that as a good review. I got up to go and get a snack and this is what happens. My seat has been stolen. Harry, I'm talking to you. Excuse me. It's my seat. I'm reading there. Okay, I thought I'd give you a quick update. So I've stopped reading for a minute and it's 8:20 now in the evening and I am on page 204 of The Wind in the Willows. I had a couple of hours earlier where I wasn't reading very much, but I've just done a couple of reading sprints on Basically Britt's channel and that's upped my average a little bit, so I've averaged now about 25 pages an hour, which isn't great, but I think it can get better. I'm definitely much more into the book now and actually getting quite near the end of the book. So when I finish this one, I'm going to probably go back and finish the book that I was reading, which is Clouds of Witness by Dorothy L. Sayers. I'm about to go and make some dinner, so I'm going to change over to my audiobook, The Jeeves Collection. I've got plenty of time still to listen to on that, so I'll be listening to that while I prepare dinner.
Very good, huh?
been out here in the kitchen making some dinner for a while, so I haven't been able to read, but dinner's well underway and I've been listening to my audiobook instead. When I'm cooking, I'm nearly always listening to an audiobook, and at the moment I'm listening to the Jeeves collection. I managed to listen to quite a bit of it today when I was cooking lunch and when I was cooking dinner. It's narrated by Stephen Fry and I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to get back to listening to a bit more Jeeves while the dinner finishes cooking. Hi again, it's now nearly midnight. It's 11:46. I've just finished The Wind in the Willows. So I've managed to read it in the first half of the readathon. It was a really good book, I really enjoyed it. I'll tell you some more about it tomorrow, but it had some funny parts and I really liked all the different animals. It was different reading it as an adult, but I enjoyed it and I would read it again. So now that it's nearly midnight, I'm going to read a little bit more of my current read, which is my Dorothy L. Sayers book. I'm going to stay up as late as I can, but I probably will need to get some sleep and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning everyone. This is the part of the vlog where I woke up at 5:30 in the morning and thought it would be a good idea to record a good morning message and let you know that I went to sleep at 1:30 after listening to my audiobook for half an hour, and because I was so tired and because it was 5:30 in the morning, I managed to not turn on my microphone so there's no sound, and I could not get my phone to show the time for the life of me either. So couldn't focus the camera, couldn't function at all basically at 5:30 in the morning, so probably shouldn't have attempted to make an intro for the day. Morning everyone, just listening to my Jeeves audiobook. I'm making some breakfast. It's now 8:12 in the morning and I've realised that when I filmed a bit of a check-in this morning at 5:40, it was obviously too early for me because I didn't turn my microphone on, so oops. But I'm a little tiny bit more awake now. I've read a little bit more of Clouds of Witness and I've been listening to some more Jeeves, and now I'm just making some breakfast, listening to a little bit more, and then we'll be getting back on with the reading. So I'll check in again in a bit. I'm going to take a quick break from reading to watch my latest YouTube video, which is about to go live. I like to watch it right at the very beginning to check it's all okay. So the premiere is beginning very shortly. Let's go and take a look. Time to give it a watch. Hi everyone, welcome back to Alice and the Giant Bookshelf. Today I want to tell you all about the most intimidating book on my bookshelf. Making me another cup of tea because I'm very tired. Still reading Clouds of Witness and it is 9:44, so it's time for another cuppa. We're now into the final hour of the readathon. As you can see, it's just gone 11 o'clock on Sunday. I've been reading solidly for probably around about the last hour, and I'm very near to finishing Clouds of Witness. I'm on page 280 and there's 308 pages, so very, very close to finishing. So I'm going to spend the final hour of the readathon finishing off Clouds of Witness. I've left Clouds of Witness at a very exciting moment. The court case is just coming to a head, so I'm not going to spend any more time talking until the hour's up. I'll see you at 12 o'clock at the end of the readathon. And I'm done. So we're at the end of the readathon. It is 11:57 and I've just finished Clouds of Witness by Dorothy L. Sayers, just in time. And yesterday I read The Wind in the Willows. So it's been a pretty productive 24-hour readathon. My wrap up of the 24-hour readathon, the Basically Readathon, it was my first time. I found it quite difficult at first. I thought it would be really easy because there's been many books in the past that I've just sat and read for an entire day and finished a book in a day. So I didn't think that part of it was going to be a problem. I was quite surprised when I started reading at 12 o'clock yesterday, and I just felt like the pressure to read was making me not want to read, which was a bit strange. But once I got past that and got into it, it was fine. I thought I might have a go at staying up for the whole night, but it was very difficult. I was very tired and it was hard to read when I was tired. And I read Clouds of Witness until probably 1 o'clock last night, and then switched to my audiobook. Probably listened to that till about 1:30 and fell asleep, and then woke up about 5:30 this morning. I don't think I could have probably done the whole 24 hours. I could try, but I don't think I would have stayed awake. I would do the readathon again, but I think it would be easier if I didn't have such a set TBR. It would be good to be able to just pick a book you were completely, absolutely in the mood for. But that was my choice, to try and finish what I had left on my list for the 1900 to 1950 readathon. And I'd already started Clouds of Witness, and I only had left Wind in the Willows and Bulldog Drummond. So unless I read Bulldog Drummond tomorrow, that's the only one that I haven't finished from my TBR. I thought it was really good that when I needed to do something else, or when I was tired of reading, or this morning when I woke up and I really wasn't focused yet, I listened to my audiobook, which was the first book in the Jeeves collection. And I'm really enjoying that. That's quite light-hearted and quite easy to listen to, so it was a good listen for a readathon where sometimes I just needed a bit of a break from actually reading and have someone read to me instead. I don't think that's cheating, because I'm sure lots of people listen to audiobooks for 24-hour readathons, but let me know if you think it is cheating. Overall, I'd say it was a good readathon. I enjoyed the books I read. The Wind in the Willows is a really lovely book. It was really very enjoyable. Each chapter is like a little short story about the animals in itself. Some of them were funny, some of them were a little bit strange. I wondered if I would have actually understood those when they were read to me as a child, because I wasn't sure if I understood them now. It's probably a good book to read for the readathon, because I knew I would probably be able to read it in a day because it was a children's book. But I think because I started it when I'd already got Clouds of Witness on the go, part of me was hankering after reading Clouds of Witness, so it's probably my own fault for deciding to read this first. Clouds of Witness I'd started the day before. It's a really good book. I quite like Dorothy L. Sayers' Lord Peter Wimsey. The plot itself was even more interesting than the character, so that was good. I don't think it had the best resolution in the world, but I was quite tired when I was reading that part. I'll definitely read the third book, which I've got. Yeah, and if I saw more of these mysteries, I would probably pick them up again. For all you stats lovers out there, here's a breakdown of what I read and how many pages during the 24-hour Basically Readathon. First up, I read The Wind in the Willows. I read the whole book in the day, yesterday, and that was 251 pages. Second, I started at page 170 of Clouds of Witness, and I read to the end, which was page 308. So I read another 138 pages. So that was a total of 389 pages read during the readathon. I also listened to several chapters of my audiobook, The Inimitable Jeeves. I started about midway through chapter 9 and I've finished about midway through chapter 16. When I started, I had 37 hours and 50 minutes left of the audiobook. I now have 34 hours and 16 minutes left of the audiobook. So I listened to my audiobook during the readathon for 3 hours and 34 minutes. I did listen to all of it on normal speed, so I could have got through more by listening on a faster speed, but I don't always like to do that. I found when I listened to the audiobook of 1984 a couple of weeks ago, I listened to that a lot faster because I found the narration quite slow. Let me know in the comments if you listen to your audiobooks super fast or if you listen to them at normal speed. With a little bit of maths, I've worked out that I was actually reading during the day for 16.5 hours. That's taking off the time I was listening to the audiobook and the time I was asleep for 4 hours. So taking that into account, I averaged 23.5 pages per hour, which is only 0.3 pages per minute. I think that on average, I probably do read more than that in a minute and more than that in an hour. When we were doing the sprints yesterday, I read at least a page a minute, so I know that I do read quicker than that. Obviously, we have to take into account that I didn't read for 100% of every hour. There were times when I had to do household stuff. I didn't necessarily read every time I was eating or listen to my audiobook every time I was eating. I do feel like the time taken to film the vlog definitely took out some of my reading time. I did spend a little bit of time on social media and watching the sprints on Basically Britt's channel, so I wasn't always reading for the full hour. I would try a 24-hour readathon again, possibly even staying up for even longer. I actually probably found the fitting in the vlogging aspect of it more difficult than the actual readathon. I think if I did the readathon without the vlogging, it might not have been as interesting, but I probably could have got a little bit more reading done if I hadn't been making a vlog. But I did enjoy the experience of vlogging. I've now got the challenge of editing it all together, so that will be fun. If you think I should do another 24-hour readathon or a longer readathon, let me know. Thanks for watching my very first vlog and my very first 24-hour Basically Readathon. I hope you enjoyed it and will give it a like if you liked it and subscribe if you'd like to see more bookish content in the future. That's all from me today. Join me next time on Alice and the Giant Bookshelf for another video all about books. Bye for now.